Why, you might ask? I think we have an addiction to sleep. We have an addiction to study, particularly if we're Asian, right? We have an addiction to gaming if we're male. And if we're female, we have an addiction to shopping, clothing, shoes, and other things, television shows. There are two addictions I've noticed in this world that we're not addicted to. Do you know what they are? Reading the Bible every day and prayer. I challenge my team to pray 15 minutes a day, and so far no one has met the challenge. It's a struggle. And reading the Bible every day, we have a page, well, I've got a number of chats, and I'm still waiting for some, well, actually there are 3 people. Out of the church of 40 people, there are 3 people that are consistently, almost daily, posting the summary of their Bible reading. Maybe it's something you could do in small groups, whether you're youth, uni, or working. So, this morning, not had much time, but I was going to try an experiment. You want to try an experiment? Yeah. Yes? Okay. All right. This is what I need. Can I use this? Is it long enough? Does it stretch? Yes. All right. I need a volunteer from this group, one volunteer from this group, one from this group, and one from this group. Is that possible? Preferably someone that you know is what we call a kinesthetic learner, one that cannot sit down and write notes, someone that can't sit still, has ADHD, or that kind of thing. You know, you're sitting next to this person every Sunday and they just can't move. They start talking to you and saying, hey, blah, blah, blah. Anyone like this? No. Pick one person. That's all I need. All you have to do is sit down here. Yeah, you just come up here. I just need one volunteer from each. Anyone from that group? Or this group? One other person. We need gender equality here. That's good. We have 2. Now I need one other person with the Bible open to Luke chapter 10. Who is a good reader? You going to multitask? Yeah, I'm a guy. All right. Luke 10. You sure no one wants to come in? Double check. Because he's got to actually rephrase. Both of these people, your task is to rephrase what is said in the passage. Do you guys want to pick someone? Come on. Any group, anyone here. Pick on someone you want to pick on all your life.
Enoch, where is he? Is he
There he is. You want to bring your Bible up?
I don't think he learns very fast, but...
Do you want to open to Luke chapter 10? This is how I like to do Sundays. I'm not really... He's looking for Luke. That's good. Have you seek and you will find. Luke chapter 10, verse 1. Okay, what does it say?
After this, the Lord appointed 72 others and sent them 2 by 2 ahead of him to every town and place where he was about to go.
Okay, so I'm appointing you and you. But the problem is, you're by yourself and you're by yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Jesus said he appointed 2 by 2. Now, I don't know all of you, so what I'd like both of you to do now is to find a partner. Same gender.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're Chinese church, we're conservative.
And it's a movement as well, so...
Yes, so you got to find the same gender partner.
Can I find my brother? He learns pretty fast.
Okay, you can. Do you want to find someone? Say the name.
Yeah.
Come on. Brother. Okay, you are now partners in crime. No, I mean partners in ministry. What else does it say in Luke 10? What is it supposed to do? You need glasses? I've got a Chinese
I'm blocking
version.
the light.
Sorry?
Oh, the camera.
Oh, sorry.
When you enter a house, first say, peace to this house. If someone who promotes peace is there, your peace will rest on you. If not, it will return to you.
Okay, good. So now both of you have to go around to these 3 houses.
Hold on, can you read it again? I was distracted by that block there. They distracted me.
Oh my goodness, this is just like youth group. My goodness. Could you read that again in plain English? Okay, watch him. Look at him.
Yeah.
When you enter a house, first say, peace to this house. If someone who promotes peace is there, your peace will rest on you. If not, it will return to you.
All right, before that, well, there's some instructions before that. Do not.
I can't see.
You can't see.
Oh.
So do not.
Do not take a purse or bag or sandals, and do not greet anyone on the road.
Okay, this is really important. All right, do you have a purse or a bag?
I have a wallet.
You have a wallet? Do you have a wallet? Can you please take out your wallet? Have you got anything that holds money and credit cards? Okay, we need this. Now, I need you to bring this forward. You come forward here with your wallet, or your purse, or your bag. I will not ask for your clothes. So what I want you to do is put it right up here on the stage, right on top here. You're not allowed to bring it with you. Just put it here. Now that's not the application for today. We have a bigger boss than Hugo Boss, okay? So don't worry, and he's very clean. So, what it means now, here's the offering for the day. So now you gotta go back down. You gotta leave behind your house, your car. Oh, anyone got car keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you better leave that behind too.
Not my iPhone.
Oh yeah, everything, a lot. You got iPhone, everything, you know. This is all for the church. So this is the modern equivalent of leaving everything behind. Alright, so you go in there empty-handed, just your clothes. Did they say no shoes too? Did they take off their shoes? Yeah? Don't do that, just pretend.
Oh, she's wearing sandals.
Alright, now you have to go to your homes. You got to find. So what are you going to say? How are you going to say this in modern terms?
Yo.
Yo.
Ni hao.
You're going to say ni hai.
Peace to the household.
Yeah, how do you say that in modern language? Well, how would you say it to your generation? Hey, peace to the household. How do you say it? Okay, how does a guy say it?
I'll say hello.
Hello? So what's the equivalent of peace nowadays?
Hello.
Hello. Oh. Okay. Now you're going to find this person of peace. So do you guys want to go and look for? The first person that says, welcome, hello.
So, okay.
Okay, so you're going to find a house of peace. One of these 3 houses is going to accept you. And you have to stay in that house. Whatever they feed you, it could be lollies, sugar's bad for you, but it could be anything, but you've got to eat what they give you. You've got to sleep where they give you to sleep, and do all that kind of thing, just in your mind, okay? You don't have to do it right now. So you guys want to find a house of peace somewhere? Both of you? 2 by 2. You're going to stay together. The girls can hold hands. It's a very unfriendly town, isn't it? So if you accept this person, you say yes, put your hand up or something, or say come. Oh look, there's even a hug. That's a peaceful. That's really acceptance. Have you found someone? All right, thank you everyone. You can leave your stuff here. I hope it's on silent.
My Bible's there.
Is your Bible? That's good. Is it the one in pink? What Bibles? You want to grab your Bible?
I have my phone Bible.
Ah. Don't worry. We'll work it out without the phone Bible. So, the person of peace, that's what we're talking about. Sorry I did that, but I thought it's really good to have a visual image. I'm a visual learner. And I know usually we'll stand here and talk, which is what I'm going to do, but I thought it's good to have that picture of what would happen, the kind of things we would leave behind. When I first did this in our church, it was so reluctant, especially if I had two adults that saying, I'm not going to touch my purse, not my handbag, my precious. And it was quite fun to see that all happening. And the same thing, trying to find a house of peace was very hard. But let's go to the POP. You've got your handouts, haven't you, right? So you can take that out as you go along. But I'll just let you know, simply, a person of peace is someone that welcomes you, just like these two girls. They were welcome and they were even hugged. Now, not everyone you meet who's a stranger is going to hug you, but it's a person that welcomes you, a person that receives you, probably knows you. And when they receive you, they're actually receiving Jesus in you. Someone that actually could serve you, because it talks about feeding you, and Jesus actually instructs the 72 or 70, depending on your version, to stay in that house. So they have to serve you, they got to feed you. And you intentionally invest in it. It talks about the things that you have to do in terms of the kingdom of God, about healing them and all this kind of stuff. So you actually invest into their lives. And there's something that we discover, not particularly in Luke 10, but you'll find this principle repeated in the book of Acts. This is part of a training program that I developed in the church and that I read through different movements that are happening in the world at the moment. And it is this concept of the person of peace and the house of peace, which is why I call it pop and pop. And it looks like in this pluralistic world where people are probably anti-Christian, this is probably one of the things we're going back and seeing what Jesus did. And the interesting thing is when you look at Acts, it's the same thing that Paul does. So you find examples of Jesus following these principles himself in the Gospels, if you look for it. If you want to know the references, I can give them to you later on. And you'll also see that Paul applies this, for example, with the example of Lydia, if you remember her story. And this is where we get the idea at the bottom of that. Lydia was a gatekeeper, opening relational doorways. And I've seen this to happen in our youth. But here's a simple definition of a person of peace that you may like. They like you and you like them. It's so simple. There are people in your life that you like. I'm not talking about people that annoy you. There are people that you like and people that like you. And that's your starting point. And if you don't know how to make friends, well, I've got a book for you for that. But no one reads my books, I recommend. So, if you want to take out your handout, we're going to start with the first pop. So everything has a P and a P, two P's in the pot. This is the first one. For those of you that like to write, this is it. It's a prerequisite of participation. When Jesus selects you, you have to participate. Now, some people go through this, read through this, and say, I get the pattern. I see what happens. And what we do is we go, okay, if I just follow this pattern automatically, this will happen, isn't it? Input, process, output. I don't think so when you read Matthew 28, 18-20, where Jesus says all authority. The power is not in the pattern. The power is actually in Jesus. And I don't think we should ever forget that all power and all authority in heaven and even on earth is in Jesus Christ, first and foremost. So we need to depend on Jesus. That is the key. And the other thing I learned from John is that Jesus knows where to go, so we need to see Jesus. We need to follow and be guided about who to talk to as well. Yes, we talk to lots of people, but we wait for some sort of sign or indication when we talk to people, who it is we're supposed to talk to, which house are we supposed to go to. And when you think of house, don't just think of a physical house, think of university groups. Okay, we'll get into that, but think of university groups or school groups, friendship groups, circles of relationship. That's what we're talking about. But the key thing here is to be totally dependent upon Jesus and seeing what Jesus is already doing in someone's life. That's the thing. The Spirit of God is already at work in someone's life, and we just have to follow and be sensitive and listen. You'll be surprised. The next thing that we discover as we read through this passage, it says Jesus appointed and sent. And Jesus says to them, go your way. Again, that classic word of Jesus, go. He didn't say stay. He didn't, and sometimes he says come follow. But when you follow Jesus, you have to go somewhere. So Jesus picked on the word appointed and propelled, sent. The word propelled, sent. Why did I say picked and propelled? There's a saying that says, many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. Jesus chooses. Often we'll get up here and then we'll say, any volunteers? I've learned that standing up here or putting announcements for volunteers does not work. So now I follow Jesus. I will come up to you, and if I know you, you're in trouble because I will ask you, hi, you seem to be unbusy. You seem to be doing nothing. Let me help you find something to do. And you might think that's scary, but the people that I choose and the people that say, yes, I want to do something, actually grow up. Those that choose to say no and sit down on their bums in the church, continue to sit there. I have this visual picture of them in nappies, drinking milk bottles. In other words, they live only on the sermon. The sermon, what I'm giving you, is regurgitated food. Just think about it. I've eaten this food, I've digested it in my stomach, and I pulled it back out, simplified it, mashed it nice and easy in a milk bottle with the teeth on top for you to go. You got to read the Bible by yourself. You got to be self-reading and learn and go deep in this. There's no other way. No pastor in heaven and on earth is going to be able to get this whole thing to you. Only God, through His Spirit, can teach you all this stuff. If you're not reading the Bible, you're not reading. Really important, like food and water. Don't ever forget that. So we're chosen, we are picked. And the word picked or chosen also means to be exhibited or revealed. Now I like the word propel, and you'll have to excuse me. It comes from the verbal form of the word apostle. Isn't it interesting? This sending out is for 72 people that are not the 12, they're not the apostles as we know them. But yet Jesus used the word, I'm going to send you, I am going to apostolize you. The other thing is when he says this, I think it's in the next passage where he says, send them out, has the word of, we'll go through that, I think it means to ekbalo. It's like casting out a demon. It's a very violent casting out or throwing out. So we're thrown out. Literally thrown out. When we finish our gathering today, all of us will be thrown out for the next 6 days. It says in the passage to wolves. Great, wonderful. Jesus is so kind, compassionate, sends us out to the wolves. But that's what he does. He just throws us out. He says, that's it. And when you're out there with no money, can you imagine, no iPhone, no car, nothing, and no shoes. We were in Australia sometime. So you can go out there with nothing, you become totally dependent on God. After this, the Lord appointed 72 others and sent them on ahead of him, 2 by 2, to every town and place where he himself was about to go. The next piece. Partnership of pairs. This is number 3. 2 by 2, he says. Partnership of pairs. Why 2 by 2? Why not by myself? Well, we know in 1 Ecclesiastes 4, 9 to 12, it reminds us what? 2 are better than 1. What it reminds me is that mission is done in teams. And I think it says there, isn't it? Teamwork makes lean work. Some people joke there's no I in team, but I notice that there's me in team. So, and it takes more than one me to make a team. Jesus Christ gathered a team around him. He worked in teams. He spent time with them. They spent time with him. And he sent out people in teams. And that's how it worked. If you're at university, this is the best. If you're at school and university, this is the best time when you can go out 2 by 2 with a friend. Find a friend, a Christian friend, and actually go out and share your faith. If you're at work and you know another Christian at work, that's something you can do. You can pray, and then ask God for a personal peace and move out and start talking to them. Don't just sit there and do nothing. I mean, there's a few people that I sit and they actually try this out and things happen. You'd be surprised what God does. The smallest mission team is 2, not 1, 2. 2 people, and it becomes a trinity when you add God. Actually, it makes it 5, isn't it? Because God's a trinity, plus 2 of us, that's 5. So that's powerful. That's a huge team that you've got there, right there. There are other reasons for that. The other question that comes up, so find a partner for your group. We actually went through this whole process together. Why 72? You should ask that question, why 70 or 72, depending on your version. Let me give you a few thoughts here. When you actually look at the commentaries, people that research this, why 70 or 72? Because they've got time in their hands. It is symbolic of the nations. If you know in Genesis, there's a table of nations. In Genesis chapter 10. And what this foreshadows is the mission to the Gentiles. So already here at Luke, he's already giving a hint, possibly giving a hint, that Jesus came not only for the house of Israel, but he also came to reach out the world, the nations, other ethnic groups, the Gentiles. It also reminds us of the number of elders, 70 in Numbers 11. Where God took his spirit in Moses and passed it to the elders. But there were also 2 that stayed back at the camp, 72. Interesting. Again, it looks like there you get the picture in the same way that Moses passed on the leadership to the elders. You could see that Jesus was again passing his ministry, the way he does church, to the rest. So that's a possible reason or the symbolism.